I want to say good morning now to Alan Valdes, senior partner at Silverbear Capital. He is a friend of the show, and he's joining us this morning on the phone. Alan, good to talk to you here.
Good to be here, Alexis.
So, Alan, I want to ask, because you've worked on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange for decades, and you and I first met when I started reporting from the floor of the exchange back in the mid-1990s. So when I think of you, I think of the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, for better or worse, Alan. That floor has been closed now for about a month because of this pandemic. What are you hearing, and what are your feelings about getting back to work once we do reopen the economy in New York? What is that floor, that iconic floor of the exchange, going to look like?
Well, Alexis, when you and I first met, there were about 3,000 people on that floor of the New York Stock Exchange. There were 4 rooms. There was the garage, the main room, the extended blue room, the blue room. So there were many, many rooms down there, and many people. Now we shrank down to basically one room, the main room, and we have about, I'd say, a little over 500 people. But even though we've shrank, this is the problem for the exchange. There's no social distancing on the floor, as you know. The booths are the same booths they were in the 1930s when we had the Great Depression. So people are next to each other, 6 feet. They're 6 inches away from each other in my booth. So I think there's going to be a problem reopening, especially for guys, as you know. One of our friends did come down with the virus. He's got a family. He's going to have to think twice about coming down to the floor. And I think you're going to see that. Myself, I'm saying, I don't know if it's worth coming down. And here's another problem for the floor. The longer we go without a floor, we're doing everything upstairs. We're busier now. Well, I'm busier because I don't have any clerks to help me. So I'm busier now doing our trades upstairs electronically than when we were on the floor. And unfortunately, we're making more of a profit. The months has been great because we trade a lot on volatility and momentum. So we've had great months the last, 2 months we've been off the floor, I guess. So basically, I think the floor has got a problem. And until they come up with a vaccine, I don't know how they can really open.
Wow. Alan, have you seen any hiccups in the way you do your work? I mean, has it been more difficult for you, or actually easier without the trading floor?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. At first, it was funny trading up here because I'm by myself, You see a few pigeons fly by and a raccoon, but basically that's it. So otherwise, it was awkward trading because you had no one to bounce your thoughts off with or to talk to. So it was a little different because my guys are in Hong Kong and they're sleeping right now, It's 9 o'clock at night over there, basically. So it's different. It's really different. But as it went on, and here's another problem for the exchange. As it went on, I got used to it, and I actually like it. So now we do all our trades. I got all my screens up here. So it's working, and I hate to say that, it's working very well. It's run very smoothly. Put it that way.
Hey, Alan, Brian here. Always good to speak with you. Just your thoughts on the markets here. Do you think it's almost time that investors sell in May and go away?
No, Brian, I think this year there's not going to be any go away. And basically, we've been go away since, whenever it was, 2 months ago. I mean, I think you saw Goldman came out today and said they think it's the bottom. I mean, the tweets between Goldman and the president on oil, I think that's the bedrock for a lot of traders. If you see oil continue to go up, that's a good sign that the market's going to keep going. I mean, yesterday we saw this market turn around. A lot of that was short covering. These guys got stuck short, and they really took the market up yesterday. But today there's that good follow through. We're up, about 300 points right now. Unfortunately, and here's another bad thing for traders. That's why traders are doing okay. Long-term investors, I'm involved with insurance companies out of Germany, and they're still hesitant to go all in because yesterday in the United States was the deadliest day. We had like 3,000 deaths in the United States because of the virus. And we're still hesitant, looking forward, going into the fall. Does this thing come back with a vengeance? No one knows these answers. But I think for traders like me, this is a great market right now.
All right. Alan Valdes of Silverbear Capital, always a pleasure. And be well, my friend.
Thank you, Alexis. Take care, guys.
All right. You too.